building the chute and more wiring on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. The temperature was actually pretty warm today. Today being Tuesday the 21st. Problem is it was super windy. You know, it's occasionally windy out here in Wyoming, if you haven't noticed. If you're a driver, you know what I mean. Hello! Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to try to build a little chute that's going to hold most of the wiring and that duct that goes up between the sink area and up to the upper level. And it's going to house some switches, or a switch and a plug for me, and it's going to house up above another plug. So I kind of need to get all that put together, and if I can get that into place and see where it's going to be. I went to Menards tonight, I bought another one of those $20 ceiling panel things. I was going to use the exact same ones as I'm pointing at right now with my thumb, but they only come in like 4-foot long sheets, and so I needed something longer because that's closer to a little over 5 feet across, and I don't want to have a seam in there. So that means I got to get the 4x8 board and then cut it down to the right size and try to wedge it up there just right, like I did upstairs about a week or so ago. So I went and bought one of those. I bought the $20 one again just so in case I screw up, it's only 20 bucks. You know what I'm saying. So the first task is I got to measure, and I put that one board in that's going to be holding the whole chute system in place. I kind of figured out a plan how to build it. It has to be big enough for the duct, which is 3 inches round inside. So I've kind of got a plan on how I'm going to put it together. So I just have to attach it to that one side, try to make the build a little bit easier. I'm going to leave a space open where the outlets are going to go, and we're going to use some of that panel and stuff right there for that section, because it'll be easier to then nail the outlet boxes inside and get them close enough to the to the panel, and then once the cover's on, that'll all look real nice. So that's kind of the plan. So we're gonna measure and start building that chute thing. Gotta back up a second. Actually, the first thing I gotta do is clean up all the sawdust from last night when I was drilling those holes up in the beams up there and everything to route the wires through for the upper fixtures and everything that are gonna go in the ceiling. Because it created a ton of sawdust, because I had to use the 1-inch bit, it's one of those flat bits. They drill great, but they kick out a ton of sawdust and shrapnel and stuff. So, and then my daughter had stolen my shop vac to clean out her car, so I had to go steal that back. And yeah, I vacuumed all that crap up first. Now, we'll get to the building. And now, phone the neighbors, wake the kids, because it's Bad Sketch time! Bad Sketch time! Bad Sketch time! Alright, here's essentially the design for my chute, as I'm calling it. This is going to go between the sink and the ceiling and the lower level there against the wall. And this will give me a chute, or area to put my duct in, my wiring in for all the wiring for the lights and the plugs and everything else. And it brings that outlet, or that duct, like I say, up to the upper level where it needs to go into the cabinet, which will be kind of like right over here, over the top anyway. So there's my chute. I'm doing two 4-inch by 25-inch boards, two 8-inch by 5-inch boards. These are going to be these smaller ones. And it'll be making kind of a U-shaped box thing. This area is going to be open. That's where I'm going to put the outlet and the switch in, and I'm just going to use paneling to cover that area. It's going to be a much easier build. Then I can just put it all together and then bring it back into the truck and make sure it's going to fit right. And if it does, then I can bring it back out, paint it tonight, so then tomorrow I can install it. Okay, making one change to the Bad Sketch, I realized I have still some of these 3.5-inch wide trimming boards that I used to make like the outer edge of the closet door right there. They're already 3.5 inches wide, so I can go down to 3.5 inches from 4, and I just have to cut them to the length. Let's make it easy, shall we? As the Tourette's Trucker always says on his channel, work smarter, not harder, right? Taking you to your word on that one. Oh, by the way, Tourette's Trucker, I saw you put in your drop visor on your Coronado. It looks great, so let's make a deal, all right? Let's make a deal. Yeah, you install the new drop visor on my truck, I'll build you some cabinets. What do you think? All right, well, I cut the boards and I got my chute roughly put together, but looking at it now, I realized I was measuring, outside diameter or outside dimensions and not inside dimensions. And that's going to be just a little too small in there because that'll just barely fit the duct. And I've got that board that sticks about 1.5 inches off the wall, bolted to the wall to hold this whole thing up. So I realized I'm going to have to go wider on those two smaller boards, which I put at 5 inches. We're going to have to go more like 7 or more. So the chute's going to be a little bit wider. So got to redo the little boards. Well, at least I realized that before I put it together and then brought it back in and when I realized it wasn't going to work. So, you know, that's why I'm still a little foggy. Yes, I'm feeling better, those of you who are curious. I'm getting there. It's just I'm still blowing out Smurfs every day and coughing up, you know, stuff that, you know, nobody should see, I tell you. But I have a little more energy and I'm feeling a little bit better, but still a little foggy. So, you know, you make mistakes like that. So at least I'm going to be able to fix it before I put it together and putting it up, and I would have had to redo everything. Okay, got the smaller boards recut so that the chute will be a little bit wider. I think that'll be fine for the duct and the wires and everything to go in there. So now I'll get on down there with the drill and screw that thing together and then we can paint it. So why is it the things that always should be so easy turn out to be a giant pain in the ass? Just trying to put this thing together. Alright, so I had the boards cut for my little chute thing here. Got this board put on, and then I've been trying to use this scrap wood, you know, so I don't have to keep using new boards. And so for the one down here, I had it cut, I drilled it, tried to screw it in, and I kept cracking the wood. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times. 6 freaking times. Well, of course it was split, you know, way down, so I had to cut another board, try again, I screw 3 in, and the 4th one was split. After about the 4th time, I'm screaming out loud, are you freaking kidding me? So finally I gave up on that board, on those scraps of boards, and just went with a different board. This is a plywood board. This is a pine board. But all the pine boards I had left, the scraps I had, they all kept cracking and splitting. Yeah, should that have taken 1.5 hours? No. But it did! Oh my God. So here's my little chute, finally. Not happy, Bob. Not happy. So, let's go to a happier note. Alright, Junior, who keeps sending me stuff, sent me more stuff today for me and Rusty, and so I got to show you this. He sent me the Pup Flask. Pup Flask. It is a hydration for dogs. Did you say, what is the Pup Flask? Well, I'll show you. All right. It's a little water bottle with this little rubber leaf thing on it. It's got a little carry strap. Okay, so you can carry that with you, and if you're walking the dog. And it's got a little button on the front. Push that in, and water will kind of ooze out, and it'll go back in right there. You push the button on top, closes it up. Here, okay, here's the unique feature. You pull the leaf thing up, and look, now you have a little, you know, bowl, mini bowl for your dog to drink water. So if you're out taking him for a walk, or if I'm away from the truck or whatever, I carry this with me. You open up the little thing down there, it fills the little bowl, and Rusty gets water. Is that cool or what? Junior, thanks for that. You just fold this back down, back to a carrying water bottle. The Pup Flask. I thought that was pretty cool. And then he also sent me this. He said, little notes with each one. He said, shining a little light on your project, Bill. These might help in a couple of the closets cabinets you have built. This is little mini rechargeable LED lights that you can, where's the one I pulled out here? I don't know. Has a little charging cable with it. A couple of charging cables, actually. And then they're little lights. And they're motion activated. And they have a little magnetic strip, which you can put them up with. And then they have a switch on the front, but they're motion activated. So I can put these in my closets. Closet I just built back there, and the one I built upstairs. So when you open them up, oh, you got light. That's pretty damn cool. I saw something like this at Menards once, Junior, and I was tempted to get them, but I thought, I don't really need that. Pretty cool. So you read my mind. You give me these little rechargeable LED lights. Pretty cool. Junior, thank you. So I'm charging up one of the LED lights right now. It says you need to charge them out like once a month or so. So it stays red when it's charging. And then the theory is, of course, if you pass your hand over or... Oh, there you go. How about that? And it turns off after about 20 seconds. Those are really cool. Because I thought about installing lights in the closet. I'm like, yeah, do I really want to wire all that up? But these things are awesome. So I may even get some more of these or something to put in other little dark places and so forth, like maybe under the nightstand area. See, there it goes off. Isn't that freaking cool? I like it. Well, I'd hoped to get so much more done tonight. I was hoping to install the ceiling up there behind me so you don't just see those beams anymore. Get those lights wired up and test those. But then that freaking little Chute thing took me an extra hour and a half. So it's 1:45 a.m. Oh no, it's 1:55 a.m. So we're going to stop here so I can at least edit this video down and get it uploaded and try to get to bed sometime between like 3 and 4. So we'll continue tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. I know this project has gone on, ridiculously long. I hope you've been enjoying it, at least, my documenting everything. So, if you want to do something like this, well, hey, you got a whole know-how thing here going on. So, and if nothing else, binge-worthy watching for lots of you, right? Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. I don't know why you're shivering. It's not that cold out here tonight. It's a little chilly, but, he overreacts. He's a prima donna, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments usually within 24 hours. Don't forget about Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter. Ring the bell for notifications so you know when the new videos come out and all that stuff. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Hey, if you meet some friends or something, bring them back here and we can take them for a ride and suck my wake. All right, he's eyeing the strip. Oh, second jump and he has it. All right. Wasted no time tonight getting the begging strip bounty. Right, Rusty? Munch, munch, munch. Trying to get an up close shot here. So all we see is fur. I think you got it, buddy. I think that's it. Oh, a little bit more. Alright, give us the happy dog look. Come on. You got it, buddy. Rusty.